But now we have to think strategically about this, and especially in an organisation where there's more than one person who has the task of fundraising, it's something that's really important to do. So I've tried to summarise the 3 key steps in developing a fundraising strategy. And the first one is capturing the organisation's aims, objectives and actions. And that relates to Amanda's point. You have to be very clear on what you're doing, what your aims and what your objectives are in terms of funding. And as I mentioned before, you shouldn't skewer your aims and your objectives to fit a fund, a particular fund. That's not going to work. You need to be clear on what your organisation has been set up to do and then find funding. It's not easy, but if you try and do it the other way, it won't be sustainable. You'll be changing what you do every 5 minutes for every fund, and then you end up not actually doing anything that's effective, because we have to remember most third sector organisations, they have a social basis. They're not just there, they meet a social need. So you have to keep that social need in mind. Although you need money to facilitate, to provide the services for that need, you have to bear in mind that it's a need that needs to be addressed. And you can't just decide, well, you could, but I don't think it would work if you just decided, okay, today I'm going to work with young people because there's a big youth opportunity fund out there. Oh, no, I'm not working with young people today. I'm going to work with, it doesn't work like that. You have to stick to your aims, objectives and actions. And actually, I feel that makes it easier in terms of fundraising. When you know exactly what you do, I think it's easier for you to understand what you need money for. This might be applicable to bigger charities, but relating income projection to fundraising targets. So, for instance, a charity, let's just use easy figures, has an income projection. They're going to, realistically, they need £100 to run. This must be relayed back to the person who's doing the fundraising. Your fundraising strategy must link up with your business planning for the overall organisation. They mustn't be done in isolation. Third point is establishing and developing key relationships. So I feel the person who fundraises within your organisation, and this is then applicable to only like medium-sized or bigger charities, they need to be in touch with the operational people who are actually delivering the service. Because if someone's just delivering the service and the person and the fundraiser is working in isolation, there's no relationship between them.